All right, today I'm going to go over the medicine ball slam. You see I have a bench next to me. We'll get to this here in a second. But I know I covered the medicine ball very briefly in a circuit, but I want to really break it down and give you guys a reason of like why, how to use it, why it's used, and kind of where it came from, a little bit of the history. Right? The medicine ball history goes way, way back, but as it's relevant to us, what we're trying to do is understand what does the medicine ball slam train. The medicine ball slam trains dynamic, right, explosive power, and it does that by teaching the body of mass, me, plus an additional mass, which is 6 pounds. I'm teaching it to decelerate to a complete stop, okay? And that dynamic explosive acceleration, that deceleration right there, is what really teaches a person's ability to be explosively powerful. And the same thing is like, for me to jump high, I don't want to slowly jump. I want to throw my hands down so I can get equal opposite reaction from that dynamic explosive press into the ground. Okay, that all aside is this exercise is be done with explosive power, not with just repetition. Okay, and so just a few things to keep in mind is, again, I already mentioned the jump. If I was going to jump, this is where I'm going to end up, right? I'm going to end up from this extended position with the ball above in my hands, straight down, hands past my body, and decelerate, okay? And so I'm going to give you some simple coaching cues to do that, okay? What we're going to do first is this is only 6 pounds, right? This shouldn't be a heavy ball, because the idea is to accelerate this, not put a bunch of oomph into it, and it just, bloop, it plops on the ground. So truthfully, if I were going to be doing this within a circuit, I'd probably use either 4, 6, or 8 pounds throughout the course, and then be ready to go to lighter if I can't accelerate. So I'm gonna grasp this ball, thumb up, okay? Not thumb under and elbows out. I'm gonna get in position when I extend up, because of my hand position, I can go straight up, okay? I'm gonna go straight up. I'm gonna extend on my toes. From this position, my glutes are tight. I will begin leaning forward. When I begin leaning forward, that's kind of like the trigger that begins this dynamic acceleration. It's no different than if I was doing a sprint and I'm here and I go into a fall that forces my first step. So that first step is very violent because I'm taking this ball and going and decelerating it, okay? The idea is to go from a static position, a contracted static position, in motion, it's like a mouse trap, boom, trigger happens, okay? So again, thumbs will be up, head is nice and neutral, I'll go up on my toes, squeeze my glutes, ball is above my head, not behind me, okay? So from this position here, big deep breath, extend up, glutes and toes, up, 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 boom, reset, okay? So from that position again, stay nice and close with the ball, big inhale, forward lean, Thing of note also, make sure we're using a non-rebounding medicine ball, because if done correctly, that ball will bounce basically right underneath where your head is at. So we definitely don't want it bouncing, okay? So then the more difficult variation of this, my mass isn't changing, this mass is not changing, okay? So what we're gonna change is the state of acceleration. I'm gonna lift my body, obviously off the ground. It doesn't have to be very high, right? In this case, you're looking at about probably 14 to 17 inches, okay, which is about as much as you need. Same everything position, okay? Now all I've done is I'm gonna come up my toes and lean forward, up, right? Now I've accelerated this body once I leave this platform higher. So now my force is higher as I accelerate this mass, okay, using Newton's second law. So it's just kind of a way to, we'll call it a little bit of a science hack, all right? My body doesn't change, this doesn't change. I begin to accelerate, up on my toes, right? My deceleration is more violent because I've lifted my body mass off the ground. Again, bit from the side here. You notice, I'm just, as soon as I go into that lean, it's like a trigger. I'm taking this ball straight downward and letting my hands pass stick the landing, okay? Hands out overhead, go into the lean, stick the landing, okay? And that, folks, is a dynamic medicine ball slam.